All right, good morning and happy St. Patrick's Day. This is this is a cool day. This is a good day, and I thought this is going to be a very busy day for me again. I don't know about you, but my days are pretty doggone packed between customer discussions. Nowadays, we're virtual and meetings. So my day today is is customer meetings in the morning, working on some educational materials that I've got to put together for another coworker of mine. I have a NEMA codes and standards meeting, which is going to last probably till 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, and then I've got another customer meeting this evening. So it's going to be a busy day, but that's the I think I like to be busy, and I don't know about you and how you operate. The busier you get, the more efficient you have to become. So just people have asked me about going live and things like that, and creating materials for my podcasts. Now I got podcasts. Now I got two podcasts. Think about what I'm doing. I've got two podcasts I just started. I've got a YouTube channel. I'm going live on LinkedIn and Facebook, trying to share information. I sit on code making panels 2 and 10. I got both of those ballots just recently. So I've got to come up with those. I sit on 70B. Our first draft meeting is next week. I'm chairing a task group that's looking at various chapters within the 70B document. Those task group meetings I'm having both tomorrow and Friday. I'm going live on Thursdays on my YouTube channel from 5 to 7. I don't have time to prepare for any of this stuff. I just go live. And like just now, I was putting things together, and I thought, I'm just going to hit the button because I've got some, I think, important resources for you and around the discussion of working efficiently. So down below, up above, to the right or to the left, depending upon what platform you're viewing this on, I've got some links in there. The first link, I believe, is the location of our Eaton Sales offices. You should know the sales office near you. And the reason I say that is when you're working on a project and you need some upfront work to get the project put together, you're going to want to engage with your application engineers and your sales engineers to help you make sure you're getting the right products on the project. Even in the specification stage of developing specifications, don't try to fly alone. Let's get involved up front so that you save time and money on the tail end. Because here's the issue on some specifications. We'll get very vague in regard to the requirements that are in the spec. And so what happens is the sales engineer, the application engineer, whatever organizations that's going to quote that project is going to quote something that just meets what you asked for. So clarity in what you're looking for is critical, because what you don't want is the change order. I mean, depending on what side of the table or the bank account you're on, change orders can be healthy, but it stresses everybody, even as a supplier. When a change order comes across the desk, it's good news and it's bad news, because it puts stress on the plants to try to manufacture whatever it is that was missed in the first go around. So you want to get those things done up front. A change order because a customer said, I want to do something different. Those are okay, right? Because now the customer wants and needs have changed. But if the customer wants and needs haven't changed, and you missed something in your specification or in your quote, that is when that's when things go south. So I put some of those links down there, and another link, another discussion. It is St. Patrick's Day, and I'll tell you that my wife has a blog, and it is Two Adorable Labs. And she made some bread yesterday. If you go to twoadorablelabs.com, All right. So this is her page, and she has a little link here. It says view the blog, and look at this Irish soda bread. I'm here to tell you, this stuff is unbelievable. So she put this together, brought this down yesterday, and here's what she does, and she's really good at. She'll take a recipe that's out there, or sometimes it's just whatever's in the refrigerator, and put it all together and make an awesome meal out of it. But this recipe was from Homemade in the Kitchen, and she took that recipe and she basically spices it up, makes changes to her taste, to her likings, and mine as well. So this had some cranberries in it, and I'm telling you, you've got to go out and check out this recipe. All of her recipes are really easy to make. So for your St. Patty's Day lunch, dinner, maybe you have some of this and a nice glass of wine or a good glass of green beer, whatever it is that you prefer. There's Jake and Maggie. These are absolutely phenomenal. Go to twoadorablelabs.com. I didn't put the link in, but I'm going to modify this post afterwards. twoadorablelabs.com, all one word, and check out some of the recipes. But you've got to check out, for today, St. Patty's Day, this bread. It's absolutely delicious. So a few other links I have down there. I've got 2 registration links. I talked about it once before. Yellow University. I did a program on Yellow University. I just want to make sure that I do have the links down here. So you have to do see more. So yeah, so I got find your local sales office, register for the Bussmann University. It's open registration right now. You're not going to want to miss that. Also, we have the West Virginia chapter of the International Association of Electrical Inspectors. We're putting on a 2-day program from 8 to 10 in the morning, and then we're going to take a break and come back from in the evening 5 to 7. So before you go out and get some work done, join us, grab a cup of coffee. You can earn CEU credits. Again, the registration is there. If you're an IAEI member, you get a great discount, probably the most inexpensive CEU credits that you will get online. But I have Tim McClintock, who is the NEMA, National Electrical Manufacturers Association field representative for the Midwestern region. He is going to be with me, and we're going to be talking 2020 code changes. What I like about Tim McClintock, he was an electrical inspector. His family comes from contractors, so he carried a belt. Probably still carries the belt on the weekends, right? He's a electrician. He is an electrical inspector. He was electrical inspector. He also worked for NFPA as a field representative, doing the fighting the good fight for electrical safety from code adoption perspective. So you're going to want to, if anything, you're going to want to meet Tim McClintock, and there is a world of knowledge there. He's a really good guy, very smart, very laid back, and he loves to share his knowledge, which is very, very deep there. So in any case, you're going to want to register for the West Virginia IAEI. That's coming up in a few weeks, April, I believe it's 6th and 7th. It's a Tuesday and a Wednesday, whatever that works out for that week of the 5th, I think. I also have a link for an Eaton design guide, and it's just a good resource, and peruse the Eaton website, navigate through there. There's a lot of good resources for you, whether you're an electrician, design engineer, specifier, whatever it is. And then finally, the Charlie Trout's code question of the day. What I love about Charlie Trout's code questions are they're put out every day, and they answer code questions. And when I was trying to learn the National Electrical Code, again, efficiency. If you, in my opinion, bits of information over a period of time help build you as a person. You may not need information right now, but to be able to say, I've heard that before, or I know where to look. Those are some key things you don't want that deer in the headlights stare when you hear about a code requirement or you hear about a section of the code and you've never heard of it before. Charlie Trout's code question of the day. Although the question for today may not be something you are immediately working on, having this as a resource, it's out there on the web. You can search it. You can look through past code questions, and little bits of information go a long way. So to help increase and improve your electrical knowledge, and links like this help improve your digital library. So we got to grow our digital library. So as we get into more, I think, in my opinion, what COVID has done from a virtual perspective, it's put a lot of pressure on people like you and me to really use our time effectively. All right. So I know my day is full today. I'm looking at the time. I'm going to have to jump off and jump on another one here really quick. But I just want you to be mindful. Listen, leverage your resources. Let's leverage each other. I'm creating blogs. I'm creating all these materials. But just think, my efficiency in those areas, I don't record. I don't edit. Right? It is raw. It is live. It is out there. Every time I press that start button, I take a chance. I run a risk, right? Because what goes out can't come back. And we've got to all remember that and be mindful and think about what we're going to say. Think about what you're doing. Think about the project that you're working on, and understand when you are outside of your level of expertise and when you need to bring the right talent for the job. Okay, and it might be that you are working on a project right now and you may not understand the National Electrical Code. Reach out to me. If I can't get you the answer, we have people who sit on code panels, on a bunch of code panels. I'm not going to go through the list. We have a lot of people that are heavily engaged in the National Electrical Code process. I don't know everything. I reach out to my friends, my family, with regard to understanding and helping you get the right information so that you don't end up with a problem on your next project. Okay, so leverage your resources, leverage some of the links down below, connect with your local sales office. Your Eaton Sales offices can be phenomenal. If you get into a bind, we have what we call flex centers. I call them lovingly the custom shop. All right, you get into a bind, you get into a problem, we can help bail you out, and it's local right here in the United States. I got a flex center. I got flex centers across the country, so that if I need to build something close to where your project is, the likelihood of me being able to do that right here in the United States, next in a city or a state very close to your project, Eaton's the one for you. So you need to understand what our capabilities are. And some of that will be developed by build a relationship with your local sales guy. Get him in. Tell him you want an educational program for a lunch and learn, and tell him he's buying the pizza or whatever it is that or he's buying lunch. Okay, get him into your office, and if you have COVID restrictions, if you have concerns about proximity, we got digital. Your sales office, your sales engineer can be with you virtually anytime. Right. So, and from wherever that person's at, we don't have to prep. We don't have to, let's start and engage and ask the questions. That's the key. Leverage your resources. Please check out my YouTube channel. I didn't even put those links in there. Check out my YouTube channel. Check out, I created 2 blogs. The one blog, Eaton Tech Talk, is on Apple Podcasts. I know, I go hog wild when I go. So I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I've never had a podcast before. I don't know what a podcast. I mean, I've listened to podcasts, but I don't know if I'm going to do what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it, or if I'm going to do it right. But you will be along for the journey if you subscribe to it and we start conversing. And if you've got some things to say, let me know. Maybe we can get a podcast going together. So I don't like to be a solo act. We like to get people engaged. I got one of our field application engineers down in Texas reached out to me. He and I are going to talk about series ratings. We're going to do a quick session. probably during the day. I've got David Smith, getting him engaged. I talked to Dan Carnevale up in our Experience Center. Got to get him engaged. Talk about knowledgeable people. Who else? Spencer woke up. Spencer and I were just talking on Facebook, and I said, "Hey, he interviewed me. Now I'm going to have to interview him. I got a podcaster who wants to interview me a little bit later this week, I think it is, or next week. I can't remember. We're going to talk about scheduling. So let's work together. Talk about increasing electrical safety, safety by design, all these great things. And the more we communicate, the better off we are. So thank you for what you do for electrical safety. Thanks for what you do for the electrical industry. Stay safe, and please stay healthy. Got to run to my next meeting. 2 minutes. Take care. And happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, my cup is green. Lucky. It says lucky, but I'm on a green screen, so oh well. Take care. Signing off. God bless. Stay safe today. And let's go increase safety. Got a long day in front of us. All right. Make sure everything is signed off. We went over the West Virginia.